This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? I greatly appreciate it. Come on in, make yourself at home. You know the routine. This week, first of all, happy Halloween. We got Halloween coming up this Friday, so happy Halloween to everyone. For this week's video, going back to the library, get a little goof up on the editing. Usually I like to mix up where I pick up the video. So last week I did the library, so this week I do the library again. Found some Blu-ray and DVD. Also have some amazing Halloween picks, some Arrow, Kino Lorber, Vestron. Have my 3D pick, my classic pick for the week, so I have some bangers here. But before I get into what I picked up, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either physical media, streaming on the Fire Stick, or actually live in the theater with my family. And my first three picks are going to be physical picks. The third one, the last one, be a little surprise though. But to kick it off, I'm going to kick it off with my 1974 action, adventure, drama, horror, science fiction thriller film, Chosen Survivors. This is directed by Sutton Rowley, produced by Leon Benson, written by Harry Spalding. This stars Jackie Cooper. I believe he was one of the Little Rascals in Our Gang, one of those original early kid shows. Alex Cord, Richard Jaco, Brandon Dillman, Pedro Armendariz Jr. The plot behind this, a group of diverse individuals are suddenly taken from their homes and flown via helicopter to a futuristic bomb shelter in the desert, nearly 2 miles below the surface of the Earth. There, they learn that a nuclear holocaust is taking place and that they've been chosen by computer to survive in the shelter in order to continue the human race. And it reminds me of those Saturday morning B science fiction horror films. Special effects don't hold up very well though, but they do a great job of building tension, suspense, and essentially trying to figure out who's going to survive this predicament they're putting in. I don't give too much plot away though, but it's fun 70s B horror / science fiction. So if you like that old style science fiction horror, definitely check out Chosen Survivors. My next pick is a 2017 adventure, drama, fantasy, horror, mystery thriller, It Part 1. This was directed by Adam Muschietti, produced by Doug Davison, written by Stephen King. This stars Jaden Lieberher, Jeremy Ray Taylor, Sophia Lillis, Finn Wolford, you probably know him from Stranger Things, and Chosen Jacobs. The plot behind this, in a small town in Maine, 7 children known as the Losers Club come face to face with the problems, bullies, and a monster that takes the shape of a clown called Pennywise. And this is the remake of the miniseries from the It. They did a fantastic job of splitting this into 2 different movies, one being the movie with the kids, the second being the movie with the adults. But great remake, great special effects in comparison to the first one, and it's just, they did a great job casting. It's just, when they do make up remakes of movie, they usually screw up somewhere though. But with this, casting, directing, and just the overall look of it, a lot more menacing, a little bit more intense than the original miniseries though, but great remake. So if you like the original, you like the book. I didn't read the book, my wife read the book though. You definitely like the remake of It Part 1. And I couldn't watch It Part 1 without watching It Part 2. This came out in 2019. This is also directed by Andy, I think it's Muschietti, produced by Richard Brenner, and also written by Stephen King, of course. With this cast, you have the adult version of the children, played by Jessica Chastain, James McAvoy, Bill Hader, Isaiah Mustafa, and Jay Ryan. The plot behind the second part. 27 years after overcoming the malevolent supernatural entity Pennywise, the former members of the Losers Club, who have grown up and moved away from Derry, are brought back together by a devastating phone call. And just like the first one, I actually like the first part a little bit better than the second part, though, but still, great job of casting the adults just like they did in the original. Remember John Ritter being in the original. Very comparable to part one as far as the casting. Great special effects, and did a great job of building that suspense and horror, much like the first one. And the reason why I revisited it, because I've seen it before, part one and part two of It, is because of the new series that's coming out, It, Welcome to Derry. And instead of giving you a fourth movie, I want to show you some of the horror television shows that I've been watching that, in my opinion, are some of the best horror television shows I've seen probably in the past 10 years. For example, on HBO, you have From. On Netflix, you have Haunting of Hill House. Of course, everyone knows Stranger Things. They're coming out with a final season, I believe, right around Thanksgiving. And if the news I read is correct, they're going to do, I believe, one part in November. I think another part maybe at the end of the year or around Christmas time. But I believe the final part is going to be in the theater. So excellent marketing. If you're more into Korean horror, there's Hellbound, Jeonseong, Creature, Sweet Home, All of Us Are Dead, and Parasite the Great. All of these fantastic horror movies. So I thought I'd drop these on you if you want to do a little horror television binging before Halloween. Now, that's what I've watched for the week, as well as some television series maybe you guys can partake in and do some television binging for the Halloween season. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink of a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my pickups here from the public library. Have some horror picks from Kino Lorber, Vestron, Arrow, Scream Factory double feature. Have my 3D pick for the week as well as my classic pick. So I have some bangers in here. Let me get these scanned in. We'll jump right into it. Hold on. I'm going to kick it off with what I picked up at the Brandon Public Library. This is Gifted with Chris Evans, aka Captain America, McKenna Grace, Lindsay Duncan, Jenny Slate, and Octavia Spencer. Never heard of this, so Sublime by 20th Century Fox release. And it's only $1, so definitely worth the shot. Cheaper than Dollar Tree at this point. Gifted, the Blu-ray and the DVD. We'll see if the code still works. And I have one other DVD I picked up there. I'll show you that a little bit later. That's my classic pick. Sublime. Interesting about this, I picked this up, I had another copy of this, and it wouldn't play. And I couldn't find this movie streaming anywhere. I think, well, it was streaming in one place, and I think they wanted to charge for it. So end up ordering this again. You can pay a couple bucks for it, cheaper than I get it streaming. Just an okay horror picture. Unrated Sublime, Warner Brothers. Next, haven't seen this one yet. Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat. I think this is like it's a comedy horror. You have Bruce Campbell in there from Evil Dead, Bubba Hotep, movies like that. So we have the Blu-ray, and we'll see if the digital code should work. I got this from Amazon. It's Lionsgate Vestron release. Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat. Next, double feature. Let me get my Wesley Snipes for this. Hold on. And my Wesley Snipes here, aka The Real Blade, my Billy Bob Thornton Sling Blade here. And this has been on my list, I think, for years. And I think Amazon finally dropped it down to, I think, $10. So not a bad buy. Vault of Horror and Tales from the Crypt. Beautiful artwork. Interesting. Vault of Horror. Oh, that's the uncut version. Interesting. And that's obviously the edited version. Okay. And that's the back art. Might be watching this weekend. Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, Scream Factory. Next, we have the Bride of the Reanimator. I think this is one of the videos I watched for the week. Arrow. And it's just a little advertisement booklet. You have the special edition contents. You have the Blu-ray. You have the DVD. And you have the flip artwork. Bride of the Reanimator. Arrow import. Next, for my Kino Lorber pick, Ashley Judd, Michael Shannon, Harry Connick Jr., Bug, great psychological horror picture. Let me get this opened up. Essentially, they think they're infested with bugs, or there's bugs in the house. I haven't seen this in a while though, but it's a psychological horror picture. You don't know if what's going on is actually real or if these people are just off their rocker. Oh, and they have the flip art on this also. Interesting. Kino doesn't always do the flip artwork, so kudos to you guys. Bug. And I believe I picked this up at the Kino Lorber sale. I think this was $10 too. Not sure if they might have this in 4K, but I just opted for the Blu-ray bug. Next, we have From Dusk Till Dawn, the complete series. I actually saw this on the El Rey channel. It's a Miramax release. I didn't expect much from it, but it actually turned out to be pretty decent. And it's loosely based on the movie with Quentin Tarantino and George Clooney. I believe Don Johnson from Miami Vice plays the sheriff on here, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've seen this, if I can get this thing out. Okay. I like to kind of keep the plastic on. It kind of preserves slip cover a little bit. Okay, there we go. From Dusk to Dawn, series 1 and 2, seasons 1 and 2. It's a Paramount release. There's some artwork on the back here. You see that? That's just the I think the episode breakdown. And you have season 3. I'm trying to see if Don Johnson was on this. It's been a while since I've seen this. Zane Holtz, DJ Contra. Maybe, maybe not. And you have the 3rd season. Artwork on the back. And very nice. A little flimsy slip cover. Dusk to Dawn, the complete series on Blu-ray. My classic pick that I picked up from the library, Harlem Renaissance, the music and rhythm that started a cultural revelation. And that's extremely true. Just the fashion, the music, just the whole style of the Harlem Renaissance. You have people like Cab Calloway, Duke Ellington, Nat King Cole, Lena Horne, Dorothy Dandridge. Beautiful women, incredibly talented, great actresses, great singers. And the closest thing I can see was equal maybe in the 90s when you had hip hop, you had a lot of black television shows, Cosby, Martin, New York Undercover. That's probably the closest I can come to a renaissance as far as black art is concerned. And it's just a breakdown of the chapters. So, Harlem Renaissance. And this is Culture. Never heard of them. It's a small independent distributor. My 3D pick for the week. Duck Migration. Just Migration. This is another Turbine release. I was actually able to order some more Turbine movies, so hopefully there won't be any issue coming from Germany. I'll keep you guys in the loop as far as when those come in. But this is my library Halloween haul for the week. If you're familiar with the channel, this is where I separate the art from the plastic and the disc, so I can actually make room for all the movies. Some of these might actually make the shelf, so let me get these situated and I'll get you good people on your way. Hold on.
that's why
I have everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C as in Cabin Fever, L as in Lady Frankenstein, Z as in Zombie Apocalypse. Let's knock this out. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made this far in the video, smash the like, give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you check out my Saturday collection video, same place, same time. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone, please be safe. Deuces.